Michael Stroband, CEO and President of Mercedes-Benz Middle East Cars. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure is all ours. Now, beautiful setting we have here, a fantastic backdrop of G-classes through the years. But before I get into the G-classes, I'd really like to understand a little bit more of the importance of the Middle East market for Mercedes-Benz cars, and what are some of the driving forces that may have made this brand such an icon in this region?
Yeah, thanks for the question. Obviously, Middle East plays a big role for us in Mercedes-Benz. Not only that we sell a decent volume in the Middle East, but also for the branding. We have the pleasure to have most iconic dealerships right now. A customer journey is amazing. And of course, the G-Wagon that we will discuss later became probably the most iconic vehicle and part of the cityscape of especially Dubai. When it comes to the success, I feel there's a lot of success factors that favor automotive and industry and luxury automotive industry in general, like of course the net worth of people in the region, individually mobility being top of the list still, people spending a lot of money for cars, and cars as status symbol, people spending a lot of money for luxury items and value luxury items and brands. And then on top of it, of course, we are blessed with our fan base in the Middle East. We have a huge Mercedes-Benz fan base, and I'm getting up every morning in order to keep that and grow that fan base, because it's amazing to see how many people in the region love our brand. And then on top of it as well, we also have very, very long-term relationships with our partners. As you know, we have general distributors like Gargash, EMC in the UAE, or the Jafali Group in Saudi, who take care of our distribution of our wholesale and have the import license. And they have this license since decades, in terms of Gargash since the 1950s. So we have long-term partners that we tied up with, and that's also part of our success story in the Middle East, obviously.
Wonderful. And I'm going to ease on to the G-Class kind of subject matter. But we were just talking a little bit before. What makes Mercedes-Benz special for you? Can you share some personal stories you might have had throughout your lifetime?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I grew up with a Mercedes. My father, who was a doctor, had a Mercedes, so he was not in the car automotive industry, but was a big car enthusiast, and was driving the old W123, the E-Class of the 80s, a very robust car with a very special sound if you open and close the door. And I guess he has brought that car back in the days for its safety features and for its road presence, and because he loved Mercedes-Benz. And that's the first car that I can remember. And when I see the old pictures, when I started walking, it's the first car I somehow put myself up and walked around the car. And after that, Mercedes has accompanied me my entire life, be it my first cars, first love, now my children getting from hospital home. So I think Mercedes accompanies not only me, but a lot of customers' lives with very special moment that we and I share with the brand.
Fantastic. And now about the G-Class, iconic vehicle, if I'm not wrong, hit the roads in 1979, and since then, including our royal family here in Dubai, they've been big fans of it. Jackie X won the Paris-Dakar rally with it. Even the Pope had it as a Pope-mobile. So it has really been a fantastically popular car throughout. What do you think makes it such an iconic car, not just in the region, but the world over, and it retains its popularity no matter what model you bring out?
Yeah. I think an easy answer would be, if you're driving it, you have the answer within the first seconds of the driving experience by steering it, no matter in which terrain. To look deeper into that, where's the G-Wagon coming from and its DNA, of course it started with a military background. It was designed to go through all kinds of terrains and make it happen no matter what. And that was the strong DNA, with also then the leather frame and its robustness and its technology in order to fight all kinds of terrains worldwide, in order to make it happen and bring you from A to B no matter which terrain you will face. And that then developed in the 80s towards a lot of special job functions that also used the G-Wagon, like if you were in environment or you were taking care of woods or in the Alps, even in the mountains. And that then over the time became even more popular with more and more private people also using this kind of off-road ability, but also getting to know, well, you can also drive it quite nicely on the street. And I think then over the time it became a success to really have the mixture of a design that still works with the modern taste, but has of course the DNA of a car that has the origin in the 1970s. And I think that combination is unique, and over the years, especially in the last 20 years, it became such an iconic vehicle now, a status symbol, a vehicle that gives you a very, very special feeling like a castle on the street. On one hand. On the other hand, you have the ability, again, to go to all terrains if you want to. And that kind of peace of mind, I think, drives the success still in combination, of course, with the beloved design.
Fantastic. And of course, with the times, the famous G-Class has been electrified, and you've done some wonderful things, cutting-edge technology, sustainable innovation, huge luxury, but that luxury has been brought into a world where electrification, sustainability is the key word now. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about the electrified G-Class?
Yeah, sure. We can do that here, but we can also go through the car as it's behind of us. Why not we have a look ourselves and explain about the electric G-Wagon while standing next to the vehicle?
Sounds like a great idea. After you, please.
Cool, thank you. So here is the beauty, and of course displayed in a way that shows immediately what this vehicle is capable of. I mean, let's start with the DNA of the G-Wagon that we discussed a minute ago, to cover all kind of terrains no matter what. And this vehicle, being now an electric vehicle, of course combines that off-road capabilities with 4 e-motors on every tire, which makes you a unique experience to maneuver in the off-road terrain. And if you see the angle of terrain that this vehicle is ready to climb, I mean, it's amazing. I think I would have problems to climb that mountain over here. And it's a unique experience if you have the chance also in the Gargasch track or in Graz at Mountain Schöckel to really feel and experience this vehicle and what this vehicle is capable of. The first experience is, oh shit, we are going to the left or to right, we are full. And that's not even close to borderlines of what the vehicle is capable of at the end of the day. So I think this is the typical DNA, and that's not even in the car, that brought to the next level in this car when it comes to the off-road capabilities. When it comes to design, obviously people, and including me, love the G-Wagon design. Of course, part of our success story is to keep the design elements close to the origin, but still have this bold look, if you can see here. So from the outside, it has the silhouette of our G-Wagon with its bold look and road appearance. And when you come to the back and see the vehicle from the back, you realize, and you can even now have it with the 5th spare wheel cover like the combustion engine versions, but you can also go with a square one to show that this is electric.
That's
one.
An electric
so
one,
that also can be ordered. At the same in the front, if you let's see if we can see it from over there. You also have the iconic grills. Here you can have the grille that is difficult then to justify that this is an electric vehicle, but we also offer an electric one with illumination to show that this is an electric vehicle. So it depends on the customer individualization. The customer can order each way, either saying, okay, I have a G-Wagon that no one really can justify if this is now electric or combustion one, or if you really want to showcase that this is now the first electric G-Wagon on the roads. Yeah, this is the first one. We are lucky to have the first press car in the region. The first customer vehicles are on the ship and probably reaching us now early December. Can't wait actually, because I driving electric myself since I'm here in the region since November in form of an EQS SUV, and the seamless power is unmatched from my perspective, and also the luxury of having quietness together with that seamless power. And I think that becomes a very unique combination now in the body of our iconic G-Wagon.
And I have one question for you.
Sure.
And I think a lot of the people watching this will wonder, is the G-Class going completely electric, or you will maintain for now you'll maintain the combustion engine?
Yeah, a good question. We will maintain to have both routes. See, in electrification and sustainability, we have a very clear path in Mercedes that we believe in. However, the speed of transition towards electrification is decided by the markets and by the customers.
Right.
As long as we have the demand and have customers asking for combustion engine versions, we will continue to have both in our portfolio. So we just launched not only the electric one, but also all new G63 in parallel. So no matter which vehicle you want, we have that in our portfolio for the customer. So yeah, besides the off-road capabilities that are even unmatched in the electric one, for sure it comes now with new innovation. Being fully electric with 580 horsepower, it's on one hand quite fast, brings the vehicle in 4.6 seconds to 60 miles an hour. And comes equipped with a G-steering, which makes it again better to maneuver wheel by wheel in the off-road terrain, as well as the most famous G-turn of circulating 360 degrees that you might have seen when we announced the vehicle in the US.
And I'm sure that comes in handy on-road and off-road, whatever situation you might be in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fantastic, great, wonderful. Well, Michael, on that note, I'd like to really thank you for your time, for your insights. It's been wonderful
Pleasure.
to hear about the G-Class and a little bit about your history with Mercedes also. And you know what? Enjoy the rest of the day, the rest of the 4 days, as a matter of fact. And thank you for joining us here at the Car.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.